Boom. And we're live, guys.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, it's really hot outside. All right. I just realized that my office is pretty warm. I'm like, holy cow. This is going to get really warm in here in an hour of podcasting.
You don't have a fan going?
But
no, it'd be super loud.
I do not have the intro again. So welcome, guys, to the Grizzled Geek Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Kirsten.
I'm Doug.
Nice.
Yeah. We didn't practice that ahead of time.
We did not at all. We didn't practice at all.
Do we ever?
No.
Pretty
we
much.
never rehearsed.
Welcome, everybody, to the Grizzled Geek Podcast. For those of you listening on Stitcher and iTunes, there's been a bunch more of you recently listening to us, and I really appreciate it. Probably because you're, got nothing else to do. So we have seen an uptick in our listeners, as not viewers. If you want to be a viewer and you are a listener, you can check us out on youtube.com/The Grizzled Geek, where we do this every Friday at 6 p.m. Of course, you watch anytime after that. And I actually have it set up where like all the information's on there now. So when we tell you to go to the link right there, it's already in there. See?
Nice.
So sometimes we know what we're doing over here. But apparently I have misplaced the intro for this. We put together that intro, and we had it, and we actually had music added to it.
We used it once.
We used it once.
Promptly lost it.
And I organized all my folders for the Grizzled Geek and promptly lost it. So,
way to go.
But how you guys been doing? Are you holding up under the quarantine?
Doing well. Yeah.
Good?
Yep.
Not gone stir crazy?
No, not really.
See, it's times like this, I envy you guys without kids.
Yes, 100%. This would be unbearable if I had children to torment me.
Oh my goodness! I'm like, they'll come in here and just like look at me, and like I'm bored. I'm like, oh, don't even
Go take care of yourself then.
Yeah,
Go do that.
I talked to you yesterday. What more do you need? That's what
you're like.
Right.
Go lick some door handles.
Right, something, anything, really.
Anything, just not here. Yeah. Guys,
Doug, it looks like your display case is coming along back there.
Yeah, I've done a tiny bit of work on it. I need to rearrange my lighting so it doesn't just flash off there, so you can actually see the miniatures inside.
Yeah,
I've got the Stormcast up on this shelf right here.
Nice.
But you can't really see them because of the glare.
Yeah, I've been doing. I got more stuff painted now, but now I'm like running out of space to put. So I got to find. I got to basically dedicate a shelf like you. To this, so I got to figure out a place to put my miniatures. But it's been kind of crazy. Did I show you guys my my mask for going out? It's like
no, let's see.
Oh,
Marvel.
Oh, nice.
Incredible Hulk and Iron Man, and
that's pretty cool.
Yep. So it's my grocery
cool.
Yeah, Melissa sewed us some, but they're just like out of old pillowcases, so they just got regular like print patterns on just like a generic green.
Nice,
but I use them when I go DoorDash.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we bought one of our grocery deliveries. We got 2 big boxes of we ordered stuff from like a restaurant delivery place. It's the only place we could find rice. Rice is not everywhere. So we got like a giant bag of rice, and we got like 2 boxes of their food prep gloves. So we have a bunch of gloves now. We got masks, so we're ready to go. Of course, now we're so stocked up with food, we got nowhere to go. No excuse to go out anywhere, except for Heather. She's got her essential workers paperwork, so she can cruise out anytime she needs. It's like, hey, can I borrow your paperwork so I can go to the Circle K?
They do not ask anywhere.
They don't. Well, you should stay inside. You shouldn't go run to Circle K for bag of chips. Although, sometimes. And then we just got the swimming pool. It's not warm enough for the swimming pool, right? Because we got a heated pool. So everybody's going swimming except for me because right the week it we got it ready to go. I burnt myself. So
naturally,
I late night made a thing of ramen. Right, coming in the hallway, I slipped. I went all the way down my front. So I got this. Now I'm bandaged from like all over my belly. So like a strip.
Yeah.
So now, and it's on one side, so I got to burn myself on the other side to even it up. So I have like two stripes down there.
Nobody wants symmetrical scars. What are you talking about?
That's right.
Then it just looks like you're trying to be cool.
That's true. That's true. It's trying too hard. One massive burn on your stomach is, that's cool. Two, and you're looking for attention at that point.
right?
Fair enough, guys. I will say one thing. I appreciate having this podcast that we do because it gives me an excuse to, comb my hair and put on clothes and brush my teeth. Because that's a must.
Right.
Because during the week you're like, do I need to?
Days when I don't have video meetings, I don't do anything.
Yeah, you're like, oh man.
Wear holy t-shirts and just like
I walk around the whole day.
I don't shave for days at a time.
My wife's sister is staying with us for right now. Kind of got stuck here during this whole lockdown, so we got an extra person in the house. And the other day, I walked through the entire house, like, because my burn was itchy, and I had the thing. I didn't wear a shirt, and I had my hair was like all off the one side. Like I didn't even realize I hadn't combed it. I was walking around the entire house that way the whole day until like getting ready to, take a shower, go before bed, and I'm like, looked in the mirror. I'm like, oh my god, I walked around the whole day like this.
That's what I didn't realize
that was the first time I looked in a mirror all day. I'm like, oh, okay, well, all right. So during this quarantine, have you guys been doing any nerd stuff? I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I know tomorrow we're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons on our Roll20. So I've been prepping that. Here's my problem. I want to say this, going on a little tangent here about Roll20 for those of you who play D&D.
Yeah.
Welcome, Matt from Absolute Geeks in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It occurred to me. I didn't.
It was sad. Cut myself manscaping. Also, yeah, that's true. I probably should change that story around. Like, no, I was something better than I was. Late night ramen spill. Worst part is I didn't have ramen that night, so it's all over the floor. But all right, so I got to go a little tangent here. I got to talk about Roll20 and this D&D group because and a lot of dungeon masters out there may have the same, feel the same way about this. Everything you do in there, you have to put everything in the system. So everything you got to fight, you got to put in there. I mean, once it's in there, right? So you're going through and you just got to kind of predict what they're going to face that week because, you don't want to put everything in there. You don't want to go down like, alphabetical to the monster manual, like, oh, I was going to put all this stuff in here. So you predict what we're going to be doing. Problem is with this group is not once in the entire time we've been playing have we ever predicted correctly what we're doing. In fact, we'll end sessions saying like, what are we going to do next session? And then beginning of the next session, we're like, never mind. We're going to go over here instead.
That's what you get for giving too many hooks.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, damn sandbox. Railroad the players into this. Armando's on. You checked out Roll20 the other day for the first time. Nice. And luckily I had all my old stuff in there from the last two campaigns from years ago. All those.
That's nice.
All those maps and everything are still in there.
All those 4th edition things.
All those 4th edition things. Yeah. Well, at least the maps and the tokens can be ported over. Yeah. But
what were you saying, Kirsten?
We played a game on it the other night, and we had to do a crash course. I haven't played on Roll20 in probably like 2 years, and 2 years ago it was still pretty good, but in 2 years it's gotten crazy. Like the things that it can do now is awesome. Like their character sheets, you can share notes with people and only show specific parts of your character to other people, like their bio, but you don't have to share their character sheet. You can send notes to other characters, like mysterious notes or,
Yeah, you guys can talk to each other behind my back all you want. So
right.
What's great is like,
or tell the DM all your secret plots.
That's true.
Right. Yeah. Well, I've always loved the whisper because it
Yeah.
makes it so much easier to be like, okay, well, while they're doing that, I'm gonna go over here.
Right. Then everybody at the table sees you passing a note and they're like, okay, it's
Right.
up for something. Oh, you're playing
nice
Dragon
feature
Heist
for the
on it.
rogue.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's good. I tell you guys, as a DM, it's great because you put everything, once you put the NPC character sheet in, you're like a monster, you drag a monster over there. They have like little quick tabs over that appear over the token. So if you want like all their attacks, you just press on it and it does all the rolling.
Yeah, the macros and everything.
Yeah. So it's got a lot of the built-in macros. You just got to macro the damage and any special effect it has. But yeah, it's really come a long way since, because we haven't played on it since what, 4 years, Doug?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Back when we were playing with True and Dan Molinar, and so at least 4 years, maybe longer.
Yeah.
No, it's been longer than that because I don't think I was remarried when we were playing that. So,
right.
And I'm coming up on 5 years now next month.
Wow.
Early congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah,
you're going to go to the living room for your 5-year anniversary?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
you're going to do a special trip to the kitchen?
Yeah. We'll, it's just, 10 hours of Disney Plus or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Chris, what have you been up to? What have you been doing nerd-wise?
Well, Final Fantasy VII the remake came out today, so I've spent pretty much this entire week, actually the last 2 weeks, trying to rush through as much of the OG as possible. Only to find out, I had heard rumors, but I didn't think that they'd have the balls to do it. They broke it up into parts. So we don't, and the worst part is we don't even know how many parts it's going to be. The first part came out today, and I've been watching one of my friends play through it. And it's really awesome. It's really cool, but I think that I might hold off until they release all of it because I don't think I can. Oh, 3 parts. Okay.
3 parts.
Yep. So,
Man, I have a suggestion for you, Doug, for your anniversary.
What's that?
It's your blanket Fortnite. See, set up a blanket fort in the living room.
Yeah, blanket Fortnite, not to forget.
There you go. I'm like, I don't play Fortnite. Oh, a fort. I got it.
Kirsten's just sending you pictures from her like epic blanket fort that he did for Armando.
I didn't take as many pictures as I should have. I have like 2 pictures, and I'm like, man, that doesn't show all the work that I put into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're build a giant blanket fort, I'd take a ton of pictures of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I mean, 3 parts though. That's kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a cop out. It feels cheap. Like they know that they can get as much money as possible by making people wait for it. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah. It's like I almost want to not play it in protest, but
right. But I also want to play it.
Yeah, man. Kind of like how I'm going to end up voting this year in protest.
That feel.
Well, Doug, what about you? What are you doing?
Well, let's see. Playing lots of Masters of Orion and a little bit of
going old school turn-based on me.
Yeah, going old school turn-based. Well, it's the newest iteration of it. Although I did find a collector's edition that had the original Move 2 and Move 3. Move 3 sucked, so that's not that great, but the other 2 are awesome. I've still been playing a little bit of Mass Effect, but not quite as much. And then just watched Inside Out for the first time today. That was pretty good. Pixar movie. I liked it. It was good. Most Pixar movies I like. They're one of those things that doesn't grab me at first. I'm like, oh, okay, that's an interesting concept. And then you watch it and you're going, oh, okay, that was really good. I don't know why I ever doubt them.
Yeah.
But
have you seen Onward?
Yes. Yeah, we watched Onward.
I want to see that so bad. You guys like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Tons. I mean, especially if you like D&D, you should definitely watch it. So
there are some slow points where you're just like, this is dragging, but once you get, in the beginning, dragon. Yeah, there's a good like 30 or so minutes in the middle of the movie that you're just like, oh, come on.
Right.
This is getting a little slow, but no, otherwise, yeah, it was really good. Been watching lots of Simpsons. Melissa wanted, it's.
I mean, now's the time to do it.
Gloom and doom and depressing and stuff like that. So it's like, let's just watch something stupid, funny.
Yeah.
So and then
sorry, go ahead.
And there's more of those One Day in Disney out now. There's a lot of them. There's like 12 or 15 of them or something. They're pretty cool little 7-minute sketches. Not sketches isn't the right word. Little mini documentaries, biopics on people who work in the various divisions of the Disney Corporation. So, like the one that came out today was Candy Maker, who works on Main Street in Disneyland.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they do people who, there's one on Bob Iger, and there's one on a candy maker. And, there's one on the girl who plays Anna in Frozen on Broadway, and then there's somebody who's an animal keeper in Animal Kingdom. So they go all over the place, and then they've got a host from Sports Center, an anchor from the ABC World News. It goes all over Disney owned companies and properties. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
Matt from Absolute Geek Podcast. I don't know if this is going to be. I guess it's like 4 Onward. I guess he said the end of Onward made him ugly cry, like full on snot running down my nose, ugly cry. So that it's a Pixar movie.
All right.
That's how they are.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know about that full on ugly cry. They all hit you in the feels, but I think the only 2 that have really made me like, I might cry here is actually the very end of this Inside Out, and then the Coco.
Come on, you didn't say Toy Story 3?
Good.
You don't have a heart? Toy Story 3 didn't make you cry?
I didn't really like Lotso that much, even when he. So I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but it was one of those things. You're like, this would be an interesting end to those characters.
Yeah.
So when I didn't like Lotso all that much, so it didn't do anything for me.
I definitely got the feels at Onward, but I didn't cry. I think the last time I cried at a movie was probably Endgame, and not for. It was actually the Thor seeing his mother scene is what kind of got me. But other than that, but it was kind of yeah. It wasn't Tony Stark dying. I was like, all right. I mean, it was
He's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, it's like I'm Team Cap anyway, so that's all right.
Yeah.
All right. So I met speaking of
no, Mike gets distracted by the chat again.
Yeah, sorry. I'm like, oh, chat. No, sorry.
This one hits you in a different way. You can connect with it and know what it's like to go through the characters, what the characters are feeling.
Yeah. No, it is. It's good. I mean, I really like Onward. I was really really excited about it. And the ending is really good. I will say, as far as what I'm doing, talking about, you mentioned Mass Effect. I got to the end of Mass Effect 3 and I haven't finished it from there. I got to where like the very final end when you say goodbye to all your teammates. You have the interview talk with them before you do the final suicide mission.
After that, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter after that. So I just stopped right there.
Talk to all of your fans. Once you've completed all of the endings, the 3 different endings, you can stop once you talk to your companions.
Yeah.
If you've acted differently with them, if you've gone more, you renegade versus more. What's the other side called?
Paragon or not?
Yeah, Paragon. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Paragon. So if you've gone farther one way or the other, you get slightly different conversations depending on how you've interacted with everybody. But once you get to that point, you're like, no, I'm done. Start a new one.
Yeah.
Armando says with Marauder shields. He died for our sins.
Yeah. Yeah. So I basically finished it. I just didn't do the final push to the tower. And then after that, it's just a bunch of semantic stuff.
You're like, why am I even controlling, after you destroy the destroyer, who's guarding the the stuff. That final run should all just be cinematics. You make hardly any decisions at that point. You're like,
it's still a hard thing to get to the beacon. To get there, to get up to the Citadel. It's still a hard little push, that alley to get there. That final gauntlet you got to go through.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Once you've launched the missiles, that's what defending the missiles is the hard part. Once you've launched the missiles, everything else, the computer should just take control of it, cinematic through it, and have you make choices where it's appropriate. No, I got to sit there, push. I got to move my character the only way he can go. Yeah. The only thing you can do is not move. You can move or not move. Those are your two options, and then the game's over if you don't move. So
Armando just tried to derail the entire show. He asked about the indoctrination theory. I'm like, that's a whole nother. Like, I've gone off. I didn't have, by the time we weren't filming our conversations, but I've had like hour-long conversation about the indoctrination theory. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on that, because I love that theory. I don't love it, but I'm intrigued by it, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, Mass Effect. There we go. You can thank Picard for getting us on the Mass Effect trip again.
Right.
Watching Picard, you're like, oh my God, it's Mass Effect, the TV show. Yeah, Ronald, we'll talk about it another time. We'll get into the indoctrination theory. All right. I will say one thing. I will go into a little bit of what I'm doing here. I'm waiting patiently, ticking down the days, 4 more days for Fallout 76 Wastelanders. It got delayed. It was supposed to be out this last Tuesday, but it's not coming out until next week. But this is a year and a half since this game launched, and it's finally going to get fixed. It's finally going to be an actual Fallout game as opposed to,
This is the one where they're adding NPCs and like actual things to do, right?
Yeah, there's factions, NPCs. You're not only you're getting everything. You're getting dialogue trees, right? And then going back to the old dialogue trees where you're actually saying, unlike Fallout 4, where it kind of gives you a hint of what you're supposed to say, and then when you click it, it says something, whatever, right? This is actual. It says what you say right here, and then there's followers. So you're gonna get followers that can, hang out. You can hang out at your camp or follow you around and throughout the wasteland. And then there's factions and missions that go on. There's NPCs, and not just the main factions. There's a bunch of NPCs scattered throughout Appalachia now. It's now actually populated. Yeah, they are. They're fixing it. In 4 days, Wastelanders.
Was it really ever broken? If people keep on playing it.
Yeah, I played it. It wasn't as great as like Fallout 4. Even with the railroaded storyline of Fallout 4, it was better, right? Because it's people like those missions and had the NPCs was a big part of it. It was never a really good first-person shooter, so that was just you like the background and the story better. So you put up with the crappy, first-person shooter stuff. So. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It's actually going to be a true, with actual missions, so I'm excited for it. That's something I'm looking forward to. I'm not going to get anything work done for like a week. Not that I'm having any work to do. So sweet. It's a perfect time for it. All right, Doug, let's move on to some of our Week in Geek nerd news stories.
All right.
Why don't you hit us up with the Disney Plus stuff?
Yeah, we've got some Disney Plus schedule updates.
Now your mic went out, Doug.
Did it? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
There you go.
Oh, that's weird. Most times you can hear that even if it's pointed straight up.
Is it like one of those automatically shut your mic off when you lift the mic up? No,
because on Teams or whatever for work, I can have it pointing straight up and people can hear me just fine. So maybe it's something with StreamYard with how it takes in audio. I don't know. But anyways... So we've got a press release from Disney Plus France that reveals some show release dates. Woo! Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision are still on for this year, presumably the end of the year.
Yeah.
Next year we should get in order Loki, What If, and Hawkeye, which is interesting because there was lots of rumors.
Yeah,
there's lots of rumors that the Hawkeye show had totally fallen apart, but that's glad to hear that didn't actually happen. Then in 2022, we will get in order Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight, which is cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to All 8 of those. Give them all to me.
That's right.
And speaking of giving it all to me, Star Wars Cassian Andor should still be out next year, but Obi-Wan will move to 2022.
Sure.
Which, that's fine. That'll give us another season of The Mandalorian, Cassian Andor, and then Obi-Wan the following year. So that's cool. I'm excited. And finally, Disney Plus hits 15 million subscribers in just 5 months. When it had a goal of 60 million in by 2024. So
yeah, it's only 10 million away from that goal. Wow.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna make up for the fact that the parks are closed.
No,
that's their real moneymaker.
Yeah,
but it helps, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure if they had their choice, not to have.
And I can actually throw in Disney related news. Bob Iger has started talking about the new normal when the parks do open. About, there's going to be enhanced security where you're going to have to do temperature scans. Presumably, there are no real details. He's just kind of laying the groundwork for expect these kind of things are going to happen. I would assume that you would see something like if you have elevated body temperature, they might have you step aside and have some sort of area where they do, if we get to the testing capacity, they're getting to where they have tests that take 15 minutes. They're like, hey, come over here. You have an elevated temperature. Come on over here. We're going to do a test.
We're going to put you in a hazmat suit with ears on top.
Ears. There you go.
I can't imagine that they would just let you go through anyway, regardless of what you have, like whether it's the flu or cold or anything. If your temperature's elevated, there's no reason you should be in the park.
Yeah, presumably. So I don't know. They haven't, no specific guidelines yet because we've no specific time that it's going to come back. So that, the parks will come back online. That's at least months away, probably longer. Melissa and I were just talking. In fact, today we had a trip planned for October. We were going to do for my birthday, we were going to go to Galaxy's Edge for the first time.
Yeah. Right.
And now we're like, is anything going to be any different in October?
Right.
Maybe, there'll be a lot less cases, but there's still not going to be a vaccine.
Yeah.
So why go interact with thousands and thousands of people?
Yeah. Until there's a vaccine, I definitely would not go to
go there. Yeah, so we're talking like, all right, we'll delay till next year until, like you said, there's a vaccine out.
Well, you can also use the extra money to save up and actually get one of those super cool lightsabers.
Oh yeah, I am definitely getting both a lightsaber.
The first thing you should
and a
be
droid.
Doing. There's nothing else other than that.
You see Matt's comment here. He's you just see a line of fat guys waiting to get in because of the elevated temperature from walking to the parking lot. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a long walk from the parking lot.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been shut in for months before that. You're like, oh God, it's still there. You gotta walk to get one of those, rascal carts.
Mike, what's on your shirt?
This is my splash damage shirt, my wizard. It's called Splash Damage Pansies.
Okay, got it.
I'll cry to the cleric. My D&D shirt.
Yeah, got it. All right, cool.
Oh,
all right. Well, that's the Disney Plus news for now.
So, what do you? Okay, which one of these shows are you looking forward to the most out of these Marvel ones, or even the Star Wars ones? Which ones Disney Plus TV series are you looking forward to?
Wow, that's hard. All of them, but I think the outside kind of like I'm most intrigued about. It may not be the coolest, we'll see, but I'm most intrigued about Moon Knight.
Moon Knight? Yeah.
I've always been a Moon Knight fan, so I'm very curious to see what they do with him. I pretty much know what I'm in for with all the others, and, well, at least Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, and Hawkeye. I know what I'm in for and know that those people are good at their roles and stuff, so I'm excited about them, but not as intrigued by them. I'm just like, they're going to be cool. I know that already. But I'm like,
yes.
all right, Moon Knight. Let's see how they do this.
Let's see what kind of crazy stuff they do here. Kirsten, what about you? Is there anything that stands out to you?
I mean, I'm really excited about the what ifs, but I think that I'm more excited about WandaVision. I was not excited at all, but the more that I read and the more that I see about it, I'm stoked to see it.
Yeah. I kind of agree. You and Matt both are like WandaVision. I'm definitely most intrigued by WandaVision, but I think, gotta be honest with you, She-Hulk is probably one I'm looking forward to the most.
I can't for the life of me imagine why. What is all that stuff in the background there, Mike?
I don't know. Don't know why, but yeah, definitely. Plus, I want to see a She-Hulk live action. That's just the fact that that's happening is just crazy.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, let's stay with the Marvel bit. We'll talk about Thor: Love and Thunder because apparently Taika Waititi did a Q&A, live Q&A, and answered a bunch of questions, dropped a bunch of information about it. So he said he's working on draft 6 of the script right now. So he's going through and prep. They're ready to hit the ground running as soon as they're able to. He did confirm that the rumor of the Silver Surfer being in it was not true. We're not going to have a Silver Surfer in there. Okay. However, he was very coy and kind of waffled when asked about Loki and Beta Ray Bill. So, I'm got a Loki series. We'll see what happens. And if he does show up, it will be a different, like I said, it's a different Loki.
Yeah.
He says the movie will show us more of Korg's background. So,
okay,
that's interesting. Because he's a long-standing character. Well, his race is a long-standing character from the comics, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we'll see. It's kind of the comedy relief character getting more spotlight. We'll see what happens there. He says it's going to be even more over the top than Ragnarok. He says this is
interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
He said he's going to the script. He described it as saying he asked a bunch of 10-year-olds what they want in this movie, and he said yes to all of it.
Oh my God. I feel like the last one was like the perfect amount of ridiculous. I don't know how I feel about more ridiculous.
Right. Yeah. I mean, as long as I don't know. Well, it's going to be more cosmic, obviously, which the last one was pretty cosmic as well.
Right.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, the big thing for me is this last bit about Beta Ray Bill. He's like, the big question is whether he's going to be in the movie, right? Everybody wants Beta Ray Bill in the movie. Everyone's been talking about it. And when he's asked directly about it, he says, it's still up in the air. He says, there's a lot of characters involved. I'm not sure what that would entail. And then he goes on to talk about how much he loves the character. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of the first time he was asked about it, it sounded kind of like, not an outright no, like Silver Surfer, but it'd be kind of hard, probably not. And then later on in the conversation, it turned into sounded more like he brought it up again. It was like, well, yeah, we're trying to get him in there. We'll see what happens, see where we can get him in there. So even if it's just a cameo, I want to see Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
And doesn't he? Yeah, because he's supposed to end up with Stormbreaker, right?
Well, you could end up with 3 Thor level powered characters in the movie.
Yeah.
If Thor, Jane Foster, and Beta Ray Bill all had hammers.
Yep.
It's true. Interesting.
Because Stormbreaker is Beta Ray Bill's hammer, or was in the comics anyway.
Right. Yeah.
So
it doesn't look exactly the same, but it's similar. Not as long. He didn't have as long as handle in his comics, but yeah. Or as big an axe blade.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm super excited about this. Out of all the Phase 4 stuff, I'm excited to see it all. It's all Marvel. Until they let me down, I'm gonna keep going. But out of the movies that are coming out, I think Thor: Love and Thunder is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most in this phase.
Yeah,
maybe Doctor Strange. I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of competition.
Yeah.
Most of them I'm like, oh, I'm super excited for that. Because you got Black Panther 2, you got not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Eternals.
I'm interested in the Eternals, but it's not one of those like, oh god, I can't wait, like Doctor Strange and
hey, as a Jack Kirby fan, I'm excited about Eternals. Just to see some of that.
They were very generic in the comics, I felt.
Yeah, but the fact they have like Black Knight and Hercules in it.
Yeah,
I'm excited about it.
True enough.
Yeah. So a bunch of more possible Avengers. Because they were all Avengers at one point, those guys.
Yeah. Be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of, and then of course Spider-Man 3. You know. So
that one's still pretty much up in the air, right? We don't know anything about it.
Well, it's coming. It's just getting delayed.
Yeah.
Right. It's not on the list. It's not on the slate. So I guess it's not.
Yeah.
You know.
It's not this phase, most likely.
Most likely not.
But all right.
All right. So next subject, we're talking about free streaming during the apocalypse. How much streaming have you guys been doing? Doug was talking about he's watching Disney Plus
every day.
Every day. Every day. Kirsten, what are you watching?
What have we been watching? We just finished Avatar: Last Airbender, and we've been doing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That's what we've been doing.
Nice. So you got Armando to watch Last Airbender. Do you like it?
Oh yeah, he loved it. His favorite character, I think, is the cabbage guy.
No. So here's a question. Now that you like that, are you going to subject him to Korra?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
100% Korra. He keeps on trying to be like, we should watch the movie. And I'm like, no. And he was like, I need to know how bad it is. I'm like, you really don't. You don't need to know how bad it is. I think he settled on watching there was like a YouTube video of these people watching it and commentating on it throughout it. So it wasn't the whole movie, but it was, the bits that they had stuff to say about it. So
Avatar is so good that, you don't know how you could screw that movie up.
Right.
Oh yeah. You imagine
how bad is it? Is it like a bad, or is it like a good bad? I'm like, here, I'll give you a taste. The main character's name is Ong.
Ong.
Not Ed, it's Ong.
Yeah.
The live action is coming out on Netflix, so
yeah. Hopefully that's. It has to be better, right? I mean, it can't be worse than that. How do you know the main character's name? Ong. It's like it's not even a mistranslation. It's an American. It's an American show.
I have yet to see an animated show successfully be brought to life. So I don't know. I don't put a lot of weight into people being like, it's gonna be amazing. I'm like, it is probably gonna be shit, but we'll see how shit it is.
Not as shit as more than likely. I mean, it'd be hard.
More than
likely. Have to go out of its way to be more shit than the live action movie.
For sure.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I always want, especially if I really love the show, like I really loved Avatar. Mm-hmm. And I got into the Avatar reluctantly, right? It's like my kids watching it, right? And I'm like, oh man, most of the cartoons I was, upset with. And I started watching one episode and I got really into it. And then I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I got to watch this from the beginning. Yeah. And I loved it. It was one of my favorite series. Yeah, and
so
Matt says the original creators are 100% involved and have last say in casting too. So, so that's we'll see what happens there. But you can't screw this up.
You would think.
Yeah, no, they definitely can. It's been proven they can.
Yeah.
But if people out there want to check out some of the stuff that's streaming that we're talking about here, apparently a lot of these streaming services are free right now. We got CBS All Access is offering a 60-day free trial.
Check out
jump in there if you want to check out Picard. And then
or NCIS, one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not a whole lot on CBS All Access. I mean, other than Star Trek shows, which it's awful, okay, and decent. So I rate them. I'm going to say which is which yet. You have to watch our Picard series or review for that. HBO has released over 500 hours of content for free this week on HBO Now or HBO Go. That's the hashtag stay home box office is what they're using.
So any idea what any of those 500 hours are?
I know it's not Game of Thrones and not one other big one that was.
I don't give Robert Jordan, or not Robert Jordan. Sorry, I don't give George R. R. Martin money, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to watch it.
Well, it's free, so you wouldn't be giving him money for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff there.
It's going to be Barry, Silicon Valley, 6 Feet Under, Sopranos, Quit It. True Blood. There's a bunch of documentaries, a bunch of Warner Brothers stuff like the Lego Movie and Pan, and Detective Pikachu is going to be on there. Sucker Punch.
Nice.
Lego Movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard one thing in there. I was like, okay, I'll do that.
It was just a short list of some of the stuff that was out. So
yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
it's a great time to watch Eastbound and Down. Rewatch it. Yeah, that's a great series. Yeah, so HBO. I mean, so free HBO, free CBS All Access. It's not streaming, or movies, but Sirius XM is completely free through May 15th right now.
Interesting.
So, get your music on, your podcasts on, your news, whatever you want to listen to. You want to just put on your headphones and get out of the house, go in the backyard, get away from everybody in the house.
Yeah. Attempt to.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, free. You can't beat free if you want to check out some of this stuff.
Yeah.
And Matt takes the time to
oh gosh,
stump for Tiger King. Tiger King is crazy. I gotta tell you what, I'm only on episode 3 right now, but I finished episode 3. But
so good.
I gotta wait for Heather to watch it. We're gonna watch it together, and it's just.
I know, that's where I'm at. I watched 3 episodes, and Armando's like, I want to watch it from the beginning. I'm like, now I have to start it all over. It's worth it.
Yeah. You're like, holy crap! Like every episode, you're like, it gets crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
And like, oh my God.
How does it get any more crazy? And
you
then
have to stop yourself every once in a while and remind yourself this is real life. This is
right. Well, and beyond that, this is about people taking advantage of tigers and tiger farms being you get so wrapped up in the drama that you forget that it's actually about the tigers, but you're too stuck on what's Joe going to say now? What could he possibly do to make him more ridiculous than he already is? The series starts off, it's not spoiling anything, because literally the first scene is the main guy calling from jail. Right. Mm-hmm. So he's in jail. Right. So he calls out, and then it just gets crazier and crazier. Every episode, okay, so we got their good guy or bad guy set up, and oh my God, and they flip it on you. Oh, okay, never mind. That's not a good person. Never mind. No.
Yeah.
Or is he the good person? Actually, they're not good people. None of them are good people.
No, they're all crazy.
Absolutely hate all reality TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I know this is not your cup of tea, Doug.
No, not at all. It just enrages me generally. I'm like, I just want to beat you people.
It's it's like a trip to Walmart on steroids.
Yeah, right. But in a TV version.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. I don't have to go to Walmart now, so I can order some Amazon and just watch this, and I get the same experience.
It's very accurate.
Oh gosh.
Matt says episode 4 is where it gets really crazy. I'm like, episode 4 gets really crazy. I'm through episode 3, and I'm like, it's already really crazy. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll review it after it's done.
It's shows like that make you go, maybe eugenics isn't such a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. What about the good things Hitler did?
Mike just got us banned and demonetized.
Right.
Yeah.
Forever.
Oh, no. We lost that 10 cents. That's not. All right, Doug. You know what time it is? Boom.
Time for me to roll my eyes.
Time for Nerd Nuggets. It's that time again, folks. The little Grizzlers love Nerd Nuggets. And who doesn't? They're delicious.
There's some cool stories in this, though.
There is
one that's worrying.
All right, so I'll start off. We'll just kind of go in order here. We'll each take one of these. I'll start off with, we talked about last week about the possibility of AMC losing, how much money they're losing and how going out of business or whatever because of how in debt they are. Well, this week took less than a week, and they're exploring Chapter 11 bankruptcy this week. So
yeah, that's what I thought the direction this was going to go.
Yeah, I mean, which means they are vulnerable for a buyout because they, it's one of the bigger movie chains out here. And they're
not a publicly traded company, though, are they?
No, but if they're struggling and they have to sell.
Well, yeah. So private investors could
buy yeah, no, not forced. Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, there you have it. AMC possibly out of business, or not out of business. Finally, Chapter 11.
They should bring in. I've seen people talk about it, but they should bring in. Sorry, dog's trying to eat my food. They should bring in drive-in movie theaters. Like, why isn't that a big thing right now?
There's only one left in the valley.
That's
right
a shame.
by my house. It's we go there. We used to go there quite a bit. We don't go there now, but we used to go there quite a bit to the drive-in because, get a van load of people out there, stick a couch in the back.
I mean, it really wouldn't cost them a whole lot to just put up a couple of those.
Yeah. Matt says your popcorn and large drink is $25. How do you not have money?
Right.
Yeah. Well, they did a lot of. They just bought out a smaller movie chain last year, and they were actually they're kind of like hadn't recovered from that fully when all this hit. So, yeah, it's true.
He says it's a big thing there. There's a pop-up one in Mesa right now.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So there you go. See. What about you, Doug? Have you canceled your AMC, or can you cancel it, or have you paid for the year?
No, I think it's they sent out an email that they're just suspending it.
Oh, okay.
Until
you'll pick up again once you go back to movies.
Yeah. Okay. Correct. Yeah.
Got it. So.
Sorry.
All right, Doug, you want to hit the next one? I know you're excited about this next one.
No, this is the one that's got me worried.
This is the one that got you worried?
Is John Cena playing Exo Man of War in Valiant big screen adaptation? I don't want to see an Exo Man of War big screen adaptation.
Man. If it
I like Valiant.
And
I don't mind. It was good. And I don't mind Exo Man of War in the comics, although it's more of a. I don't think it's going to work as a big screen movie because it's one of those. How would you go about having a movie about Thanos? Or where does everybody go wrong with Superman movies? When you've got a character that's that powerful, modern audiences don't want to see a character study like that instead of big action stuff.
Well, and Exo is like Iron Man level. I mean, he's a Viking in an Iron Man suit, basically.
Yeah. Well, he's a Viking in an Iron Man suit if that Iron Man suit was as powerful as Superman.
That's true.
Because in the Valiant universe, Exo Man of War is essentially now that they don't have Solar, he is the peak of power in this world, in the Valiant universe. And he is essentially never in danger. So there's no
stakes.
There's no stakes
he doesn't
in
have
any of his fights. He's just killing stuff. So it makes it very difficult to, I think, translate into a movie for audiences that you don't have the time to build up. How did a Viking get this armor? Why does he have it? You've got to introduce an alien species that he gets the armor from, and there's a lot to go into it, and I think they're just going to tone it down and lose half the story to make it happen. So I am worried about this, but I'm excited that Valiant's continuing to try and make movies.
Well, this isn't announced. John Cena just posted it on his Instagram. He says, I'm going to put a bunch of pictures on there. I'll leave it up to you guys to interpret their meaning or whatever. And he put up some Exo Man of War pictures, right? Yeah. So, I mean, what else could it mean? Really, other than he's in talks.
Yeah.
For that. We know they want to get Valiant off the ground. It's the last big comic book, property, or, it hasn't been licensed somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
true enough. Yeah.
Right,
I just think there's so many others that would make great. That would be a great movie.
Yeah, Ninjak would be better. Fucking, any
Harbingers would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think lots of them would be better than Exo, but he's kind of their flagship. So
Matt says you don't have to worry about it because you'll be John Cena. You won't be able to see him anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I'm not in any way upset about the John Cena aspect. John Cena's come a long way in movies, and I don't mind seeing him in movies. So
I used to hate John Cena. Now I'm like, okay, I like him more in movies than I do in wrestling. But yeah. All right, Kirsten, you want to bring?
Yeah, Stephen King's Salem Lot is getting a reboot from ITG writer Gary Dauberman.
Gary Dauberman, he did.
All right, what is ITG?
He was it. Sorry, it's a
a typo.
Typo in there, yeah. So
Mike has great.
I think we're like, what is ITG? What is that? I'm like,
I thought it was like a
I was like
myself. I was like, I wrote it and I don't even know what it was. But
film group or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he wrote it, but he's going to direct this. So, I mean, Salem's Lot is a great book. It's his vampire novels from back one of his older novels. And I remember the old movie or the old, which scared me as a kid. I haven't revisited it in a while, so I have no idea if it holds up, what it's like. But it'd be a good story. I mean, now the writer for it was good. Now I don't know if he's directed anything, but he's directing this. So we'll see.
Interesting. We should switch these next two, Mike, because I think they played each of us better.
Yep.
So I'm going to go next. Disney has chosen Robin Hood as its next live-action adaptation, with blind spotting director Carlos Lopez Estrada directing.
This is the Fox, the animal.
Yeah, right? And it is one of my favorite old Disney movies.
So what does it mean by live action if it's a bunch of animals?
Yeah.
I mean, are they doing
kind of like
Lion King?
Lion King, yeah.
Lion King, or even if you look at Jungle Book, other than Mowgli and the villagers, it's essentially the same thing, where it's lifelike.
Sure.
Yeah. Anthropomorphized.
Yeah, it'd be more than Lion King, or it'd be more than that because
it's going to be more like
around.
Yeah, it'll be closer to Jungle Book, where the monkeys and Baloo were very much more human-like. But I loved Robin Hood as a kid. It's one of my favorite Disney movies, so I'm pretty excited about this. It may be the best Robin Hood movie we get.
I was going to say, could this break the code for Robin Hood movie?
Yeah.
See, because we had this discussion as far as like the Robin Hood and King Arthur get redone every few years because it's the light. There's no one who holds the rights to them, right? So anybody can use it. And make it. But there hasn't been a good one. Everyone tries to add their own spin on either Robin Hood or and there hasn't been a good one since. There hasn't been a good King Arthur one since Excalibur in the 1980s, right?
Right.
There hasn't been a good Robin Hood one since Robin Hood Prince of Thieves in the 90s. A successful one. There hasn't been a successful one. None of them they've all bombed, right? And what those two have in common is they're the closest to the actual
source material.
The source material.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, but this is different though. This is Disney and it's anthropomorphized.
It's
animals.
Still pretty close to the general idea of the Robin Hood story,
right? And Matt says, furries will have a movie they can get behind now. That's what furries have ruined this for me right here because I'm like, the first thing that popped in my mind, I'm like, wow, they're gonna be wearing clothes, walking around a big fox. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I'm gonna watch it because I love that movie.
Yeah.
So,
I just want to be a big chicken.
I guess that's true. You can't knock men in tights, but that was, that was a spoof of Princess Thieves. So
yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll hit the next story. I'm excited about this. So Xena Warrior Princess Marathon is starting on April 16th on Sci-Fi or Sci-Fi. All 134 episodes. That is going to be a marathon. And the great thing about it, it's going to be hosted by Xena herself, Lucy Lawless. So, I'm excited about that. I love the old Hercules Legendary Journeys TV show from the 90s.
Yeah.
And then Xena was a spinoff of that, and I love Xena. It was really great. But the great thing about that is it's going to be followed by a Battlestar Galactica marathon. Now, I fully admit, Xena may not be for everybody, right? It is campy. Right. It is, if you know what I'm talking about, Legendary Journeys, it's great. I loved it. I think a lot of people will. But if you've not seen the Battlestar Galactica series, you should definitely check this out because it is very good. That marathon is starting April 20th. It's going to be all 76 episodes plus the 2 movies, Razor and The Plan. And it's going to be hosted by Tricia Helfer, which Tricia Helfer is one of the sexiest voices around. She voiced Edie in Mass Effect. And she plays a lot of robots. She's playing a robot in Cylon, in the main Cylon in Battlestar Galactica. But yeah, if you've not seen that old Battlestar Galactica, like early 2000s.
No, it's the
early 2000s.
Yeah, what is they've got a name for it.
Yeah. The good one.
Well,
the good one.
It's
2000. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2004.
Yeah.
I just don't remember who the
Is it Ron Moore?
Ron Moore. Ron
Yeah.
Moore. Who's got their mic open? Or their speakers open? Because we're getting feedback.
You getting feedback?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just now,
I can hear my voice coming back to me. Are you listening through headphones or speakers, Mike?
You know what? That'd be me.
I haven't noticed till now. Did you just turn them up or something?
Nope, they've been on the entire time. So.
Oh, interesting. But for those of you who've not seen it and are interested, just stop after the first half of season 3 because it just goes downhill from there.
When they jump forward in time 5 years.
And yeah, it's just awful.
It's not awful.
It's an amazing show that they much like Lost or any of those other ones. They had no idea how to end it, or they had a really dumb idea for ending it, and it just went downhill quickly for seasons 4 and 5.
Yeah,
they have little moments of brightness in those, but for the most part,
if you love it up until that point, if you're okay on it up to that point, just stop. If you love it, there's some stuff you're gonna want to see. If you got to finish it out, but I don't know. I really liked it. The series was amazing back when it first came out. So
I like to watch YouTubers who pick it apart. You know, the people who are really into sci-fi and stuff like that. Like, this is the dumbest thing they could have done in this situation. You know, like, I don't want to spoil anything for people who have not seen it, but there are some things that happen that you're just like, you just doomed humanity. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. And everyone's freaked out by the ending of it. And I'm like, obviously those people never saw the original series from the 80s because the whole premise of the original series in the 80s tells you how this one's going to end, pretty much. So.
What? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, the premise of the show from
it's
the opposite.
Yeah.
It's essentially they flipped the script.
True.
On it. Yeah.
All right.
Well, for the next one, bear with me here. A new report is making the rounds suggesting Rosario Dawson's contract to play Ahsoka Tano could span multiple Star Wars TV shows.
Yeah, they're saying that she signed on for multiple TV shows. So we know the only one we know for sure is she's going to be in Mandalorian season 2, right?
Right.
But it makes sense that she could show up in
Obi-Wan.
She could show up in her own series.
Yeah, she could theoretically show up in Cassian Andor briefly, you know, because she's alive during that time period.
Right.
So
true. Yep.
So, you know, who knows what they'll end up doing.
Yeah.
I mean, she could just show up as a voice, as Fulcrum.
True.
In like Cassian Andor or something like that.
And this could be just a standard Disney contract
where we're gonna rope you in for 3 of anything.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep you in.
Right.
You want to sign on, want to play this character, you're going to sign on for so many series or whatever. So they have you in case they need you. So, but I'm pretty sure they're planning more with Ahsoka, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about her own spin-off series, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I can agree with Matt. Anything I see Ahsoka done in, I'm happy about.
Yep. Although not season 7 of the Clone Wars.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with, well, yeah. We'll talk about Clone Wars. We're going to do a review of Clone Wars, what we think of last season, once it's finished. But
I think it is now.
Is it done?
I think
that
so.
it?
No, 7 episodes, I believe.
Oh, okay, now I'm even more upset.
Let me check that. Make sure.
Don't tell me that's what they're ending on.
Yep. Oh no, 12 episodes. All right,
we've got. There's one more. There's one more arc. They got one more arc.
Okay, one more arc. Okay.
That's what I'm like. They got to save this season with one more arc that should lead you into Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, because so far, I mean, first one was good. Liked it a lot. Second one, I was just, it was kind of lame.
Yeah. Yeah, there's rumors are we get to see Order 66. Hopefully, I don't know, but I'm hoping that I was really after I got to the middle arc. I'm like, hey, the last arc has to save it. I liked the first arc; it was great. It just wasn't an end of the season arc worthy. I don't think the middle arc was just kind of bland. Like, really, this is how they're going to see Ahsoka? I mean, all right. I mean, the story was good, but again, it felt like a mid-season 2 or season 3 arc. But hopefully, we've got one more arc to save it, Doug. One more.
Yeah, we'll see. Keep fingers crossed.
Yeah, exactly. All right, folks. This week, I don't know if you guys saw this, but if you're making the rounds on Twitter and online, they've been sharing clips of Captain America. Well, spoilers for Endgame. A few people in the world that haven't seen it. I'm like,
if you're watching
probably the only people who don't want to see it, so don't.
Yeah, exactly. You're willfully ignorant at this point because according to the box office, everybody's seen that movie multiple times.
Yeah.
Right.
When Captain America lifts Thor's hammer, and then when everybody shows back up at the end, they're showing those 2 clips, right? And it's not just the clips; it's the audience reaction to those clips. So,
okay,
showing the clips, and then like the theaters, just people in the theaters just like losing their shit over it. So,
all right.
And it's great because I'm like, okay, well, we've seen this before, but then I watch the clips and then I get it because I get right in there, back there with it, right? Especially, probably it's the longest I've gone without going to a movie theater to see a movie, and not having that theater experience, and then getting to relive that moment, for that brief moment while you watch that, you're like, oh yeah, and you felt that excitement. Right. So I understand why it's gone, viral across the internet. Everyone's like sharing it and everything. Have you guys watched it or seen it?
No.
Mm-mm.
The reaction stuff? No, I haven't seen it.
And literally, it's just that clip of that scene, those 2 scenes, right? On 2 different clips, and it's the audience reaction to those. And it's just, just to feel good watching that, and watching the audience erupt again. So I thought we'd end on that, sharing that little nugget. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Awesome.
Yes, it's pretty great. It is different because I've just watched Endgame myself, a little bit ago, a few days ago, but having that audience reaction to it, where it's like, it's like everybody's super excited, get you excited again. So super excited for it. All right. Well, that about wraps it up. I guess I can take our Nerd Nugget banner down.
Womp womp.
Either one of you have anything you want to add to the show? Anything exciting going on? Anything you look forward to?
I got to finish my character in Roll20.
Oh yeah. Are we adding our sheets in too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
all
I
your
got stuff to do tonight.
Stats and stuff, so that you.
It's okay. I'm going to be on there working on it. Adding maps and monsters in, getting everything ready. Add a bunch of stuff in. You guys are going to ignore and go somewhere else. That's the plan.
What you don't know is that we have a little powwow right before things start. We're like, all right, how can we screw up my plans?
Expecting. Yeah. Let's do the opposite.
Let's do this. Nice.
Those guys he's trying to get us to ally with? Let's kill them all.
Yeah, that has been your plan, Doug. Man.
Well, I do have a different alignment than the rest of the party.
That is true. That is true. All right, folks. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for watching us. If you watch us on YouTube, if you want to listen to the podcast later on, it'll be up tomorrow on Stitcher and iTunes. If you're listening to it on Stitcher and iTunes, again, if you want to see our lovely faces, youtube.com/The Grizzled Geek. You can check us out there, plus all of our other shows that we're doing. I'm editing a bunch of videos put together, like gaming stuff. And
cool.
I've got like 3 in the works right now. It should be getting out soon. But thanks, Matt. And make sure you check out the Absolute Geek podcast. Our brothers from another podcast are going to be doing their thing in about a half hour at 7:30 over at the Absolute Geek podcast. Check them out. Go over there and give them some love. Guys, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you want to help us out, there's going to be 3 links down below.
Yeah.
They go to our Teespring store.
Yep. Amazon affiliate link.
There, shout out. Nice. Yeah, right. Right there. And then Patreon, which, by the way, Patreon's been begging people. They need to, support your creators because Patreon's losing money. It's a sad thing to see, really. And I mean, if you don't want to help us out, help out Patreon by helping us out. So. All right, guys. We'll talk to you all next week. Same channel, same time. We'll see you.
Adios all. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Bye, guys.